Thank you very much indeed, Prime Minister. I'd like to make mention of the Gregory Petrenko case and his group. I'm sure you are well aware of the fact that Gregory Petrenko was a member of this Parliamentary Assembly. He was a well-known rapporteur. He is an honorary member, and for the past 2 years he's been subject to a lawsuit in Moldova as a result of peaceful protests against the oligarchization of the country. And the day after tomorrow, he is due to be sentenced to 4 years in prison. A number of members have visited him, in fact, and our feeling is that he is being treated as a political prisoner. Can you tell me exactly what your views are on this? Would you like to be a Prime Minister who has political prisoners?
Well, as for whether he is a political detainee, he is not. In Moldova, we don't have that term. Whether it's the Petrenko's case or it's anyone else's case, we don't have any political prisoners in the country. I have to admit, I don't know all the details, neither in this case nor on the other cases which are pending before the court. I know that there are some high-profile cases which are being discussed, even here at the Council of Europe. But I want to tell you that these cases are just few in number of the 220,000 cases which are pending before the Moldovan courts. So their number is very small. I want to tell you one thing. When we are fighting corruption in Moldova, when we started our fight, we were accused that we don't have high-profile cases. We were accused that we're not prosecuting high-ranking officials. Now, with the support of the Council of Europe, we have designed a strategy. We've implemented a strategy for justice sector reform. And over the past 1 year and a half, we saw dozens of prosecutors, judges, bailiffs, prime ministers, ministers, deputy ministers, and presidents of councils, of regional councils, heads of agencies who have been detained, who have been prosecuted and convicted. And now, after having done that, we are being accused of doing selective justice. Look, there is a confusion. We are confused. So, on the one hand, Europe tells us that we should fight corruption, and this is a conditionality for the release of the funding. And on the other hand, well, even before Mr. Shor was convicted, you know that Mr. Shor, he is one of the key players in defrauding the banks. So I've heard some voices in the European Parliament that maybe Mr. Shor is a political detainee. And we are confused because of that. There were some other high-profile cases. I'm speaking here about the case of the former Prime Minister who's been convicted, but after the court decision has been made public, all those questions have disappeared. Well, there is one principle, the principle of non-interference, non-interfering with the judicial power. We are sticking to that principle. The government is not interfering with the judiciary. We are waiting to see what the courts are going to decide. And, of course, after that, if appropriate and if necessary, we will use instruments available to us. What instruments are available to the government is to make proposals for amending the legislation, to make sure that the Republic of Moldova is a country with independent and impartial courts. Thank you.